It's October 27th, Sylvia Plath's birthday. If she was alive, she would be turning 91 today. I wanted to make a quick video to pay tribute and celebrate Sylvia Plath. I have various long-form podcasts and videos that I'm really excited to share with you about Sylvia Plath, and unfortunately none of them are ready to release today, which is annoying. So instead I thought I'd take this opportunity to recommend to you 3 new and upcoming Sylvia Plath books. 2 of which I've read, one of which is a stone cold guarantee. So the first is definitely out. It's by Rollyson, who has already written 2 biographies of Plath. This new book is called Sylvia Plath Day by Day, Volume 1, and it is a kind of a new kind of biography. It's, as the title implies, trying to account for every day of Plath's life, or close to it, drawing heavily on the childhood journals, which is of particular interest to Plath fans, because although the later journals have been published and you can read them in full, the childhood journals are still in the archive. So for those Plath fans, myself included, who haven't had opportunity to visit those archives, the only way you hear about what's in them is when someone writes about it. So Carl's book on that count is an absolute treasure trove of Plath's thoughts as a teenager, what she was reading, what she was watching. It's a fantastic book, must have for any Plath fan. And the second book, I'll leave links to all of these below and to their authors' Twitter pages so you can follow them for updates. The second book is called The Occult, Sylvia Plath. It's by Julia Gordon-Bramer, and who's also written about Plath before. This is a sort of mystical biography of Plath. I read this recently. I was looking to read an advanced copy, and it's terrific. We, talk about Plath long enough with anyone, and you'll start talking about the strange coincidences that recur throughout her life, the sort of vague spiritualism. Everyone knows a little bit about the Ouija boards and that kind of thing, but she was also seemingly an outspoken atheist. So was she just sort of vaguely spiritual, or was there more to it? Well, Julia Gordon-Bramer's book is a comprehensive overview of Plath's developing spiritual feelings, her attitude to organized religion, and her attitude to more esoteric and, as the title implies, occult forms of spirituality. Really fascinating book, and highly recommend that one too. And the third one, full disclosure, I haven't read at all, but I have read Emily Van Duyne writing about Plath elsewhere, articles on Plath and so on. I've also spoken to Emily a bunch of times, and I just, from hearing about this book in production, I know it's going to be an easy recommend. It's called Loving Sylvia Plath, and I believe it's out maybe next month or the month after. Last time I heard it was towards the end of the year, but I know there's a page for it, so I will again link that below. Really looking forward to reading Emily's book, because I've heard a lot about it since I interviewed her for my podcast on The Jailer by Sylvia Plath, and I've been looking forward to it since then. So there you go, 3 recommends for Sylvia Plath reading. I'm sure there are lots of other great books coming out. It's such a good time to be a Plath fan. There is so much stuff out there, and I'm potentially forgetting something that's on the horizon, but I haven't got around to reading it yet. There are some big publications on the way. There's a complete prose next year. There's a few pretty damn exciting podcasts coming out on this channel if you want to look out for those too. So happy birthday, Sylvia Plath. Increasingly the chief subject of this podcast and my channel. I wanted to mark the occasion by reading something of Plath's. There's 2 birthday poems which seem like obvious shouts. A poem for a birthday, which is in 7 parts, so a bit long, and then a birthday present, which I did a podcast on if you want to listen to about it. It's a great poem, and I had a terrific guest for that episode, Ailish Mulholland. But I find that poem shivery to read, to be honest. I find it one of the most chilling and disquieting of Plath's poems. So it didn't really feel celebratory. So as this is a celebration this is, I thought I'd just read one of the Plath poems I love to read the most, which is Winter Landscape with Rooks. Water in the mill race, through a sluice of stone, plunges headlong into that black pond, where, absurd and out of season, a single swan floats chaste as snow. taunting the clouded mind which hungers to haul the white reflection down. The austere sun descends above the fen, an orange cyclops eye, scorning to look longer on this landscape of chagrin. Feathered dark in thought, I stalk like a rook, brooding as the winter night comes on. Last summer's reeds are all engraved in ice, as is your image in my eye. Dry frost glazes the window of my hurt. What solace can be struck from rock to make heart's waste grow green again? Who'd walk in this bleak place? Okay, so admittedly not much more cheerful than a birthday present, but there you go. I love the sounds of that poem. I will at some point do a podcast on it, and I'll probably hog it all for myself and just talk about that poem. But thank you very much for watching. Happy birthday once again to Sylvia Plath, and see you soon.